Hi, welcome to STEMfinity. My name is Deanna. I'm one of the STEM experts here at STEMfinity. If you've not heard of us before, we're considered a one-stop STEM shop. You can find us on the internet at www.stemfinity.com. We carry STEM education resources for parents and educators, and we provide products for programs, whether they are in school or out of school. And that could be camps, Boys and Girls Clubs, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. We work with a range of educators. And we also work with parents, whether they are just wanting to bring STEM activities into their home, or maybe you are a homeschool parent and you're looking for that curriculum. Now, if you're new to STEM, you might not know what it stands for. S stands for science, T for technology, E for engineering, and M for math. You might have also heard of STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. There's really not that much difference. What you're looking at is where you're mixing different subject areas and you're trying to get students to be hands-on in their education. So not necessarily just working with a worksheet or listening to a lecture. You want them producing something, maybe building a rubber band racer, a small robot. Maybe they're putting together a piece of music or a play. But you want a produced product at the end to demonstrate their understanding. Well, if you are brand new to this, there may be a lot of other things that you haven't heard of. How about this whole alphabet soup? Have you heard of CTE, SEL, AI? There's so many different initials out there, and we are going to cover products that relate to that and how it can relate to STEM. Now, most of the time, folks are coming to us with a basic understanding of STEM, and they may have resources they already know that they want. But other folks are coming to us and they're looking for products that will work with a specific project, or maybe they're brand new to STEM and they feel not necessarily as confident about it. I can relate. I came from an art teacher background. I learned a lot about STEM and STEAM when I worked with STEMfinity, things that I wish I had known when I was in the classroom. So that's why I enjoy helping educators find a good match. Now, let's say you are just starting out doing a STEM activity with your students and you're not necessarily the most confident, or you're looking for a project that's really going to engage them from the start. Maybe you're looking for a project that's for a program that you're doing where you don't have huge funds, or you don't have a lot of time for an activity, but you want to bring in a STEM project. So I picked out 4 products today to talk about and show you how these can work with your program or your needs. The first one I usually recommend, this is a great project for maker spaces. This is called Make Do. So you're going to be engineering structures with cardboard and cardboard safe tools. So this is for preschool all the way up to adults, and the tools are safe. It'll say 5 and up, and you can cut cardboard with it and construct things with your cardboard just like it was a wood building, or if you were a carpenter. So yes, is it the prettiest cut? Nope. Is it a cut where students can feel empowered and do it themselves? Yes. Look at that. That's pretty good. Now, once I've got it cut, I'm going to try to put screws in there. The ends of the tools have these little points. Okay? These little points act as a drill. Pro tip, don't try to stick it through 2 pieces of cardboard at once. You are going to get frustrated. Do 1 at a time. All right? And then you can line them up, or I like to get it started in 1. And we've got 2 tools that come with the sets. This little ring tool is great for students to keep on their finger. It has a little screwdriver tip in there, and then this one is a long screwdriver tip. You can start screwing these in. When it comes out the back, you can line it up and continue screwing these together. Now, these are great if you want to pivot, okay? But you can also screw multiples together and keep a nice strong join. And if you're like, what in the world can I make with this? Well, what can't you make? If you go on the Make Do website, they have all this information as well, but you can see it's unlimited. This is great for those imaginative activities that you want to do. Great for doing structures like a fort or a castle. You can build costumes. You can build animals. Remember, these little guys pivot. This is a great little snake activity. You can do costumes, cars, games. It's unlimited. And they've got great resources on their website to show you the basics of using these tools, but also give you some ideas for some challenges or some other simple projects that you might want to do. Now, let's say you want something with a little more structure. You want it more step by step. Maybe you have an older group of students and you're trying to give them a great challenge. We have a product called a rubber band racer from a great company called Teacher Geek. The reason I like their products, these come in bags with everything one student or one student team would need. This is great for doing in small groups like 2s and 3s. And within here, look at all this that you're going to get. You're going to have all the pieces, and you're going to have a set of instructions. Now, these instructions can also be found on their website if you happen to lose those, or if you want to preview them ahead of time. They will have your build guide of all the pieces that you need, and it will have a basic build. So you can learn how to do a basic rubber band racer car build and have the students go through it step by step. You can even have everybody working together. But once it's all together, then you can start talking about things like traction and stored energy. You can start giving them challenges and see if you can get them, how fast you can get them to go. Can you get them to stop on a little bullseye? You can have little challenges that they can do. You can have them measuring, timing. Now, once you've done all this, you're not done, because in case you haven't noticed, there's a lot more on here than is on my rubber band racer. You get a lot more pieces than you need. Combine this with some recyclables, and then you are going to put your kids on the path to go through an engineering process. They're going to redesign this and try to see if they can come up with a new design. Maybe they emulate some of these design ideas on the back of the book, but they can keep going with this. This does not have to be a one and done activity. Okay. Now, let's say you want to introduce robotics or electronics to your class and want a simple activity. Or maybe you have a STEM night at school. Grandkids are over and you want to do a quick activity. These little guys are great. These are called BristleBots. This is from a company called Brown Dog Gadget. I love their products. They've got great resources on their website to support you, but they come in little kits. This little guy will do 10 of the little BristleBots, has all the materials that you need. This one will do 25, so it's great for a classroom. And if you've never seen a BristleBot before, it's essentially a little toothbrush head. Don't worry, it's a clean toothbrush, but it's a toothbrush head, and then it has some little pipe cleaners there for balance. It has a small button battery, and then this little guy right here on the end, he's a little motor. And when you connect him, can you hear the buzz? You can make him go. Now, if you want to keep him going and see what you can do with him, got a little piece of tape here. Let's see if we can get him on. He's jumping around on me. So how fun is that? Your kids have something that's easy to put together and take home. By moving these little legs around, you can make him go in different directions. You can make him spin. You can have races with these little guys. You can also see if you can get them to go through a maze. So these are a great little quick activity. Now, the final one I'm going to talk about today, this one is called a microbit. It's from the BBC network, and they wanted to come up with something that would be easy for adults and kids to learn coding with. So my little guy here, I've programmed it to say, I love STEM. Great, right? Now, I don't have a coding background. I taught myself how to do that pretty quickly, and I'll show you a little bit more about that. So we're going to go to our little website here. We sell these guys individually, and we also sell them in class packs of 10. And if you go to the BBC's website for Microbit, you're going to see all the support that you need. They have teacher resources. They've got getting started first steps. So even if you are not comfortable or haven't done a lot of coding, this is great. You can use a tablet, you can use a desktop, you can use a laptop. This is going to take you through the basics of what a microbit can do, so you can get a little more confident. And if you're wondering what is a microbit, it will go through all the things that you talk about for a microbit. It can also talk about some of the little features of a microbit. We have the newer microbit, so this is the one you would look at. It has lots of different sensors. You've got lights, you've got buttons, you've got a USB connector, a microphone, radio antenna, you've got a speaker. You've got a lot of resources to work with. But if you're wondering what can you do with it, how do you get started, these are some projects. So I did some of the first projects. We've got a heart, I've got a beating heart, and you'll notice that my heart on here will beat here in just a moment, and it will, I've got some scrolling letters, so I did a few different things here. And if you're like, well, I've never tried this before, it's going to take you through step by step. So I want to make my microbit light up, so I have my example video. I have my video that tells me what parts on the software to click and how to find that. It takes me through it step by step. And so I'm just going to be clicking 2 blocks together, and that will be the coding part. It'll show me how to download it, how to get it going. These are also popular in makerspaces to be used with other STEM resources, particularly robotics, electronics, different circuits and servos. Other companies like to use a microbit with their product. And in fact, we're going to be talking about that in our next video. We're going to talk a little more about some things with microbit and ways to get the most out of your microbit. I really am glad to have you guys here today. I'm hoping to talk more STEM education subjects with you and let us explore STEMfinity's website over time. We've got lots of great resources for you, and I just want to get that message out to everyone. I want you guys to feel excited about using STEM with your students, and I want you to try out some of the new products that we've got that are coming out. We really want to get that information out to you because it does you no good if you've got a 3D printer or a drone sitting in a cabinet somewhere and you don't feel comfortable using it. So we want to kind of bring that comfort level up. We want to be here to answer questions, help you find the right product for your program, because everyone's programs needs are very different with STEM and STEAM. So we will be here waiting for you next time. Thank you.